Hi.
It's a Sunday. It's
Sunday.
It hasn't been a long weekend, but
it was a fun weekend.
It was a very fun weekend.
I'm cutting you off still.
It's okay.
There we go. Okay, that's better. All right.
There we go.
Hi.
Yeah.
Iain's here.
And Iain is back. He participated in our show Saturday night. That sounded weird. That was phrased weird. I apologize. He joined us when we went to a show Saturday night. That sounds a little bit better. Yeah, so we ventured out of the city.
Out of this explicative. Slushy, soupy city
of Minneapolis, and ventured all the way up to St. Cloud, which I had only been to like once or twice before. You've been there a few times.
Oh yeah,
it's been years, but
yeah, I haven't actually went back for quite a while. So, but yeah.
To
that show. Yeah.
And we'll get into the poster itself in a minute because there's a good story behind that. But yeah, to see two bands that both of us have seen multiple times. Well, multiple. We've both seen New Defectives. You've seen New Defective way more than I have.
Yeah. Yep.
I've probably seen them half dozen times.
New Defective was the first band that got me into live music that my friend Stephanie brought me to, and it was my first live music, and I was like, whoa, like was it my first? If I'd been, I'd been to other shows, like arena shows and stuff before then.
But first, like,
my
kind
small
of
local thing, yeah. And then I was like, I was hooked. So that's what it did.
Yeah.
So, yep, they're my boys, our boys, yep.
Yeah, and let's see, I'm trying to think, I can't even remember the circumstances in the first time I saw them.
It wasn't the Club Underground show, was it?
It wasn't, I don't think it was a Club Underground show. I don't even think it was that whiskey show with 32 Headshots. I thought I saw them one time before then.
That's right, I forgot about that show.
But I do remember that show, because that's when where Adam cracked his ribs.
Yes.
And I heard all about the boating accident and all that stuff. That was not fun. Still put on a hell of a show, though.
Yeah, Kim taped him up like 3 different layers, and he was determined to get up there and play, so...
Yeah, kind of like the drummer of Moloch from Friday Night. And if you've seen the video, I talk about that.
Yeah.
Now he's held together, but I felt bad for the guy. It's like... But... I talked about that already. A show that this one unfortunately had to miss because of the stupid frickin' weather.
Wasn't brave enough to go ice skating on 394 with the rest of the population, so...
Probably better in the end.
Yeah.
Because even going home, Cassie got stuck and spent the night in a parking lot somewhere before heading to Milwaukee or Green Bay for the last show yesterday. Anyway, we're digressing again. So this is our multiple, even Iain seen New Defective a couple times. And then
which I forgot, so I'm introducing, this is Iain, this is Kim, and she's like, oh yeah, I remember, and I'm like,
we met.
What? So, they're all like, I remember him, hi, I'm like, oh. It's just me, it's me. But.
And I think we all kind of agree that this is probably one of the better sets that we've seen them play. I mean, it was really, really solid, it was really, really tight. It was just... one of those nights where like everything came together.
Yeah,
really,
it was
really well. So
really, I think like the first song maybe it took a little bit for the sound to kind of level out just a little bit, but I mean, and that happens sometimes. But it was really good. It was my first time seeing a show at the Red Carpet at all. And I think Iain's first time.
And we'll talk about that in a second.
Oh, sure.
Too.
Okay, got it.
So New Defective was awesome, and I had to pretty much praise Derek when they were done, because he was a little nervous because he was using Aaron, the drummer for KoBb, and this is our third time seeing KoBb.
I believe so.
Yeah. Once at Route 47, once at the Caboose, and now at the Red Carpet.
Yep.
And even them seemed way tighter than the last time we saw them. I mean, it was musically, it was probably one of the better nights we've had in a while.
Yeah, that it was. Oh boy, that was good.
Yeah. So he was using Aaron's kit. They just backlined it because it's easier. And so it was his first time, playing triggered bass drum, which I still don't understand fully how that works because I never played with triggers. But he was just like, and if I miss some or if they doesn't trigger or whatever, that's just what it is,
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And no, he did phenomenal. Because both of us were talking about before the show how he's been, mentally and intentionally trying to not overplay as much as he used to. And I'm like, yeah, same. Now that I'm back in Saint, it's like I look at some of the old shows that we used to do, and I mean, I was rushing things, I was overplaying, I was doing all that, so I'm trying to keep all that in control. So we're both kind of on the same path a little bit, which is kind of cool to bond over. But not that we need anything to bond over, because
Well, and we reiterated the fact that you guys
we still need to do some sort of podcast.
Yep.
And just talk about drums for like 2 hours, which would be fun.
And I get to be the
snack
and drink fairy.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Bagel bites.
Bagel bites.
He's like, bagel bites. Make them bagel bites. I'm like, okay.
And then you said that to Derek, and he's like, oh,
yeah. Yep. So I'm
awesome.
Totally gonna. I will hold you guys to that. I will make a homemade from scratch bagel bites for you guys.
Yes. I will message him. I'll try to message him this week.
All you have to send him is 2 words: bagel bites.
Bagel bites.
R-E bagel bites.
Yeah. Yeah, but so I mean, he did phenomenal. They all did phenomenal.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Adam was in rare form. He was just
banana pants, and he was wearing his banana pants again.
He was wearing his banana.
I noticed. Yep.
And speaking of banana pants, let's go back to this. So this poster, the Jester, that's what he's called. The Jester was designed by Adam, and so all the colors are actual objects. So all the yellow are bananas. All the reds are ketchup. And then all the flesh tones are pink leather.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Which is very cool. Yeah. And again, as I was telling him when he came in, or when we finally got there, that, I mean, hearing that made the poster all that much cooler. But when I first saw the design, it's like, that's really, because you never see posters like that. Like, especially, and not to criticize the metal community, because they come up with some awesome flyers, but they all kind of have work around the same kind of themes. And to have just like a Jester out of nowhere playing a lute is just like, okay, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah. Especially for the music being presented.
Yeah.
Which again, me and her and me and Iain were talking about it, and New Defective you can't really describe. I mean, again, it has a heavy element, certainly, but there are also lighter, like funky moments. There's lighter emotional moments, like that last song we played. It's definitely on the alternative side of things, but it's just one of those you just have to experience for sure.
Yeah. I just love them. So good, something so different and still so entertaining and just so different. Oh my gosh.
And plus they're our friends. So.
And then they're our friends. So it's so cool to see your peeps up there and doing their thing, and it's so neat. So, and then doing originals, because like I was telling them, is like back when I first started seeing New Defective, they were a cover band. They were doing covers, and then the occasional sprinkles of like, hey, we have some like original stuff here, and I'm like, Oh, okay. And then now they get to get up there and do their originals. So,
Keep talking.
oh, we're talking. Okay, he's doing something. I don't know what he's doing, but we're still talking. He's looking probably for the CD. So,
I'm looking for the CD.
aha. But let me do. How do you close this thing that you got up here? We'll have to edit.
Oh, I think if you just...
There we go. Right click. Are we still recording?
Yep.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. And one time we did a video and we did like this whole like 40 minutes chunk, and then all of a sudden realized that it wasn't even
wasn't
recording. We were like, no.
So...
And it's signed, of course.
And it is signed, because this is one, I did get the pre-order on this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so that's the album. That's the only release they have thus far. They are working, they are in recording mode presently.
So excited.
Which is another reason Derek was so nervous, because, I mean, they just ran through this set like a couple of days ago or something, and haven't really been in practice mode. They've been in recording mode. So, but that being said, still,
oh my goodness.
aces, man. Just absolutely.
So wonderful. I just, so yeah, dangerous effects of first cause, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dangerous effects of first cause. So that's what you guys need to get right there. Yeah, it's kind of, but yes, get it. It's cool. And it's got like freaking amazing Minneapolis skyline there. And then, yeah, like
a train
with art. Or, there you go. Anyways, yes, get it. It's really freaking good. Trust me. Yeah, I'm telling you.
And, I mean, and it's also on Spotify.
And it is on Spotify.
But if you're into the physical media thing, like some of us are, definitely, and plus that helps them out too.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Throw them a couple bucks.
And then they had their alpaca shirt, which I thought it was a llama shirt, but it's alpaca.
It is alpaca.
And so I had to get an alpaca because I don't think I had one yet.
And if you do, now you have two.
And I have two, which is fine because.
And the other shirt, the blue and
green,
yellow and green,
yeah,
that one is cool. That one might be my favorite new Defective shirt.
Yep.
And then, did you still have that like old school one, or did you?
I don't know where it is. Somewhere? It's. I would think it's somewhere, but dang if I can find it to save my life. It's a new Defective, the old school logo with like the Minnesota symbol on it, and I had one of those, and I don't know where it went, but yeah.
Hey, maybe when you go through your bedroom, maybe you'll.
When I find it in my pile of band shirts of the pile that I haven't gotten put up yet, maybe it's got to be somewhere. Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, that'll be worth $1 million. $1 million.
That sounds like maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's new Defective. If you're unfamiliar, definitely check them out. Especially if you like slightly
very original.
Very original. There's a lot of like odd time stuff. Not really proggy, but a lot of like kind of off kilter odd time stuff. Yeah. So if you're into that kind of a thing, definitely check it out.
Then I got the video of Starlight, so watch that. You'll see that in here.
Derek fucking loves this setup, man. I tell you. Hey, a big thanks to KoBb for having us out tonight, man. It's good to play upstairs for once. We've been playing it around for years. We'll be playing it for more years because I love that place. But it's good to be up here too. Yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm sure he'll put it. You need to steal it off my phone.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, that song, and I just love it how they like their vocals. They kind of go back and forth, and and oh my gosh, just so just like how they keep all of these different things
straight.
I would be such a mess. I would be messing it up so bad, but it's so good. I just love, different, very different.
Yeah, I mean, you could call them, an alternative rock band. That's probably the most
apt,
user-friendly kind of description of them. But there's so much more than that.
And they're all talented. Like
they're all
Phil, Duke,
talented.
and Adam, Derek. Every single one of them is amazingly freaking talented. So like, and I'm not just saying that because they're my toys. I mean, I mean it. Yeah, they really are. So I just love watching, because I just love watching how they do their different things, and so yeah. So check them out.
Yeah,
TP's
definitely check them out.
Sugar on top.
And if you happen to go to the Red Carpet, get a map. Because
get a Sherpa guide, because you're going to need one.
I mean, the one time I was there before, I was with someone who I believe had been there before. I believe James had been there before. So he kind of knew where it was going. And plus it was summer, so it was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And we were coming from the other side. We were coming from the hotel across the street.
Oh, yeah.
We parked in the ramp kind of out back. And I think went in a back door.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the Red Carpet has what, five different like sections, 5 separate little like bars or whatnot, but apparently only one set of bathrooms, or maybe 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Kind of confusing.
It was really.
And yeah, we got kind of lost, and then we wandered into. I mean, we finally just, because we were up, down, all around this other thing, finally saw a door to the front, so we just went outside. And saw a door, a few feet over, and I'm like, oh, I think that's the door. So we went into that door, and that led into the nightclub, or the nightclub portion of it.
Club part, yeah.
The club part. And they are like, are you here for the show? And they're like, yeah. And it's like, oh, they're not, doors aren't open yet, but they'll be in a little bit. So sat at the bar and got a drink, and eventually wandered into the right room, but it's just like, it shouldn't be that complicated.
No. Yeah, that was yeah, because we wandered through, like, must have been like the upstairs bar part where there was like dining room area, and we're just like wandering through, like,
yeah, and I'm sure people are staring, just kind of going, what? And we're just trying to find the fucking stage. Well, one of the stages, because technically they have 2, because the Keller bar is
downstairs. Yeah,
which is where the bathrooms, or the one set of bathrooms that we found were. They were downstairs.
It's kind of neat. I kind of peeked my head around the corner.
I didn't peek at all. I mean, I heard the band, and it was some kind of like punk show or something. It sounded kind of cool.
Yeah.
If we would have had, if the weather would have been better, and we could have snuck down there, I totally would have, at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's just a word to the wise if you're going to the Red Carpet. Either bring someone in the know with you, or
ask a lot of questions.
Ask a lot of questions, because
yeah.
I mean, the staff was, I guess, fairly friendly. Bartenders not so knowledgeable, but
yeah, I think, I mean, other than the one staff that I didn't feel knew her stuff at all, behind the bar, it was kind of like a, just let me back there, I'll do it myself kind of a moment. But I mean, the door guys were good, and
the door guys seemed cool,
and our bartender in the back was real nice, and so yeah, it was pretty good. So
yeah, and as I think you were commenting on the way out, how all the staff and the bouncers especially were like keeping
they were watching,
eagle eye out on everyone.
They were really keeping, and it was weird because they were almost like super subtle about it, but you could tell they were paying attention to, or I guess watching the rooms per se, but yeah, so. Well,
and again, when you have that many different kinds of rooms in one building with that many different kinds of crowds, you're gonna, the possibility of having trouble is there. So you just want to keep an eye out for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's nice to have a nice, good dance area in front of the stage, which was really cool. And I kind of liked having the tables on this side and tables on that side.
Yeah, and then all the railings, so everything was like separated, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to have that, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge room, but it's a really nice room. It's a nice sounding room. Like the sound in there last night was really, really good. I mean, I would say it rivals Route 47.
Oh, for sure.
Easily. Because it's a little bit not quite as open as Route 47, so the sound is a little bit more trapped, so it doesn't really escape, which makes for, I think, a better overall sound. Because you don't have to have it quite as loud. You can kind of control it a little bit because you have walls to bounce off of and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we were talking about was the fact that even though you had, at one point, you know, a corn tribute playing, dance music in the club, and then a punk band downstairs, as you walked through, there was really no like bleed through between them.
Yeah, you couldn't really hear the other band until you got down by the bathrooms. So.
And then you couldn't hear what was going on in the big room until you got almost to the entrance of the big room.
Yeah.
Which was kind of impressive. I don't know how the hell they did that.
Old buildings. Old maze buildings. So it was like a weird, like almost out of a Harry Potter movie. It's like there's a stairway that goes to nowhere. There's a this, and there's just a little balcony out of nowhere, and then there's like.
Well, the balcony was the DJ booth.
I noticed that. Afterwards, I was like, when I was going through, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but as we were sitting there at 7:30, looking up, it's like that's really weird. Though they did have the cool ceiling fan in there.
Yeah, it was neat. So yeah, it's a definitely interesting place. A lot of old school vibes and stained glassy windows and the brass railing going down like in front of our tables, which was kind of cool. That was really neat.
Yeah, that was nice. A very well worn
wood
floors
and So it was an interesting venue, definitely.
Place has character for sure.
Yeah, it was nice at the parking ramp. There's like weekends and weekends and evenings is. You don't pay for the parking, which is really nice.
It's only charged Monday through Friday, like 9 to 6 or something.
Yeah, so that was nice to have.
Which is very cool. That was a nice little.
Free parking for once, because I'm so used to all the places down here where it's like you gotta find the parking, hopefully not walk blocks and blocks and blocks, and then still pay an arm and a leg. So, but
anyway, so that's just a little lesson on the red carpet. Now we get to the headliners of the evening, which again are kind of friends of ours. I know the drummer Iain. I've known him for a while. He's in
it's just such cool
pretty much every band under the sun. Well, 3 currently. Play Stars, Isolek, and KoBb. And then the one guitar player Jason, who's also in Menace
and
we've had this discussion every single time we talk about him.
Slow Children. There we go. I remembered it. Yes, I believe that's right. Yes, that is.
Yeah, because we check it every single time.
Whom I haven't actually seen yet. So
neither have I.
Yeah.
Even though they've been around forever.
Ever. Yeah. So they're on our list.
They're on our list. So this is our 3rd time seeing KoBb. Ian's first, so we'll let him go.
Yeah, what do you think?
With his opinions.
It's really good. They've got it spot on, honestly. Even like the mannerisms in his face while he's singing and his dance moves and stuff while he's performing. It looks like Korn. So it's real. It's got it down, honestly. It's a good show. They had a lot of energy. A lot of good audience participation. Balloons and stuff that they threw out into the crowd.
Yeah.
That was fun.
To add some extra energy. So, yeah, they knew what they were doing, and it was just a really good show.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking about it on the way back, and as far as reproduction of, and I think we probably talked about this on the other 2 reviews we did at KoBb, but as far as reproduction of the band you're tributing to,
doing tribute to?
You're doing a tribute.
Paying tribute.
Paying tribute to. There we go. Yes.
These guys, because after the first time we saw him, I was talking to Iain, and he was like, "Yeah, we spent months getting all the samples, getting the sounds right, getting all the tones right, and it shows." Because as far as reproduction, I'd put them at the top of probably any other tribute band in the city.
Oh yeah.
Easily.
Let's hear it for new Defective for opening the show tonight. They got merch over there for sale. Support the band. This fucking stage is a icon stage for us. This is where we got our start. Almost a year ago, opening for this guy's band. I don't know who that guy is. Let's hear it for Sound and Lights. His name is Sam. break it down. Bring it down. I'm here to stay. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Gonna break it down. They're 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 gonna break it down. Oh my God. The state is celebrating at the hard time dancing hiding and disappointing all the the hurt inside is fading. Kids got way too far. All this sound I've been waiting. Oh, I cannot breathe anymore. While what's inside away. Done, I'm not poor. You're taking everything. Oh, I cannot take anymore. Breathe anymore. Breathe anymore. Breathe anymore. Breathe anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
I know I could.
almost rivaling our friends' 10,000 Days.
Yes.
Almost.
Yes, I mean they're really like, yeah, I mean, well, you've got 10,000 Days if you like Tool, and then you've got Korn if you like Korn.
Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb, edit. Yeah, Cobb if you like Korn on the Cobb if you like Korn.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I mean, really, they're just, I mean, 10,000 Days does Tool like
Tool.
perfect.
Yeah.
But I think as far as the visuals, I mean, if you're going to add in the actual looking almost exactly like the freaking band, then you got to hand it to Cobb because they're
sure.
like
Their performance is right there.
Yeah, and again, they have a singer who somehow naturally
Yeah.
looks like Jonathan Davis's
It's
brother.
funny.
It's freaky.
and comes out and does his bagpipes for Shoots and
Yeah,
Ladders.
Oh yeah.
I mean, holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he came out, I saw this one's face just light up with the bagpipes. It's like, okay, that's fucking cool.
I forgot about that too until he started walking towards the stage. I'm like, oh, that's right.
The bagpipes and the kilt and the whole deal. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
and
mean,
then-
they go all out. Dude. They absolutely go all out.
It was really fun watching his face, like different songs and stuff, because he'd be like, oh yeah, like, So, man, but yeah, it's a dang good show.
Oh yeah,
They're good. They're good. So
Yeah, even if you're someone like me who isn't deep in the Korn catalog. I mean, I know the singles. I know a few songs beyond the singles, but I'm not like deep in their catalog. You can still go to the show and appreciate it for the effort they put in, for the musicianship, for just the vibe they put out. And it was sad because I don't know what happened, what ended when like 3 songs towards the end, everybody came on the floor.
oh yeah.
Like this sudden rush of people out of freaking nowhere.
Uh-huh.
It was just like, where were they 2 hours ago?
Yeah, right. They're probably at other bars and
Probably
doing other things.
They might have been down the Keller. Who knows?
Could have been, yeah.
But yeah, and so they finished with Freak on a Leash, and then did we get 1 or 2 more encores out of it?
One more.
One more.
Yep.
Yeah.
So one more little. I don't know. I could have stayed. Well, no, it was still good. It was good. It was.
It was a long set.
It was a long
Yeah.
set. Yeah.
Because they had to take a break, not quite in the middle. I mean, they did probably.
Well, he had to get his kilt and his bagpipes. So.
Well, even before that.
Oh, that's right.
Because during
There was
that,
a little
They
drink
did
break.
take a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably like 60%, 70% through that.
yeah, I mean, they probably played for a good hour 15.
Oh yeah.
Took like a little break, came out, did another half a dozen songs.
That's right.
With the him going off to get change and everything, and then them doing the weird instrumental jam thing, which I was like, okay, this is going on a long time. Like, dude.
He might have been having trouble with those tights that he would, those stockings.
Socks,
yeah. Never know, but yeah, that's, oh man, that was just cool. I forgot about the freaking bagpipes. I mean, they got it down even to the freaking bagpipes.
Yeah.
Like,
now I wonder if he knew before how to play the bagpipes, or is that something he learned just for this?
That's what I was thinking too. I think he probably learned it for the.
I would assume so. I mean, because bagpipes is not a skill that a lot of people just know.
No.
Especially up in this neck of the woods. I mean, if you knew how to play accordion, that would make sense.
Oh God. Shoots and ladders via accordion. Okay.
A Weird Al corn hybrid. Or Minnesota.
What would that group be called? Colonel instead of
Hot dish.
Instead of hot dish.
Tater tot. They'd be called tater tot.
Tater tot. Oh boy. So yeah, that's a good question. So yeah, if you see this and put it in the comments, and which I'm guessing there's going to be down there, right? Don't they always go put it in the comments?
Put down there in the comments.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. And they finally have merch.
And merch, yay!
And they have merch in all of the sizes.
Oh,
the fat boy sizes.
Yeah, up to 5X. So if you're a fan and want a shirt, contact them because they've got them.
Even if you're eeny meeny or you're thick with all the C's, they got you covered. Literally.
You could do a commercial for
yeah.
all of the C's.
KoBb, if you just want to cut that part out and use it as an ad,
I'll let you.
Go for
it's
it.
Yours. It's yours. No royalties or anything. So yeah.
So, and you know us. I mean, anytime we see merch, we have to go nuts anyway. Especially for a band that we've seen previous and didn't have merch, and we're just like, okay,
yep.
Where is it?
Yep. Because they're still relatively new, KoBb. I mean,
yeah, I think
yeah.
what they say tonight or last night was our 1 year anniversary.
Or was it? Oh well, crap!
I believe so.
I didn't hear that. So shoot.
I believe that's the case.
I would have had to accost them a little more then if I would have known that. Dang.
Yeah, and
missed opportunities.
Lots of missed opportunities. And they were saying that Red Carpet does hold a special place because that's where they had their first show, and we saw them on Route 47 at their second show. So yeah, I mean, so they've probably done a dozen shows, give or take, something like that. So it's still relatively new to the stage, but definitely making an impact.
Yeah, and they needed to exist, and when I first heard about it, I'm like, what? Really? Wait, why did it take so long for someone to think about that? I'm like, holy cow, like the freaking corn fanatics that are out there, myself included, and we didn't have a tribute band yet? So, yeah, it definitely, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and now we have one. And,
yeah.
And we can claim them as ours.
Now it can be rabid even more.
Now we just have to work on getting them on Rockfest for next year.
Yeah.
They would go over huge at Rockfest.
Oh, Lord. Yep.
And the fact that 10,000 Days went over as big as they did, imagine what KoBb would do.
Yeah. Yep. So we need them, next year.
Get them on like a Friday or Saturday afternoon after a couple days of drinking Wisconsinites.
We'll have to,
nuts.
We'll have to, try to find some people to persuade next year for Rockfest and put it in our videos and
absolutely.
if Tank's doing roadieing or whatever he should be, tell him to spread find someone. Who do I gotta give Patron or Yeg shots to? Let me know, I'll do it. So.
Oh, and if you ever do a Irish car bomb and all they have is plastic glasses,
they can do it.
Don't drop it.
Yeah,
the glass just floats. Just pour it in.
Yeah, pour it. Or if you do drop it, you got to kind of tilt it a little
and
to
then kind of push it in and sink it. And, it wasn't as effective. As
it was a learning. Situation. Yeah, but I mean, it still tastes good. Yeah, I still got my Irish car bomb, which has been one of my things that I like anyways. But just lately I've been liking more. But yeah, and then we had our late corned beef and cabbage dinner last night, so that was good. And
so it was a
leftover
very Irish weekend.
Yeah.
Bagpipes and everything.
Bagpipes and kilts and.
So you can even steal my picture of my breakfast for for the vid.
Yeah, because these two use the corn hot sauce.
Oh yeah, that's
If you
right.
Watch the hot sauce tasting. You remember that on the corned beef hash this morning. So
Yep.
yeah, full circle.
You know, you got to integrate it all wherever you can. You know, music is life.
Music is life.
Yeah, so it was a good weekend, and I got to see my 2 favorite men, and yay!
Yeah, and it's always fun hanging out with Iain. So yeah.
Yeah.
Fun hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do more of it for
Just
sure.
kidnap you, and yeah. So yeah, it was a great weekend, great show. Got to see good peeps, and
Yeah, I got to hang out with friends and already have my part of my wardrobe for Kim and
Yeah.
Adam's wedding because
Yep.
I was wearing.
So you got to stretch this way. There we go. Right.
My Hunter Orange cons last night. Literally, he came in, he saw me, he was talking to somebody else. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And then as soon as he came over, he didn't even ask, didn't even say anything. He's like, "You're wearing those shoes to my wedding."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay,
Bless you.
you got it."
Yeah. It's like, okay, so yeah, yep. So now you already got your shoes picked out. Cool.
So yeah. But
Yay.
so good times, good friends, good everything.
Friends, family, all the lovely stuff.
Relatively good drinks. But,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the bartender was awesome for the one that we had in the back room there. So
I'm just saying, and plus, I mean, they were kind of limited on their.
yeah,
on
they
their
didn't have a whole
selections,
lot of, but I mean, it's good enough for what it is, you know. So, but yeah.
So,
All right.
I guess until next time.
Until next time. Bye, guys. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. Support every single one of your locals. Be kind because there's no reason not to, and just be careful on the fucking roads. I mean, it's a little better now, but good
Yeah.
God. And we're gonna get more snow, so yeah. And on that happy note, we'll see you later.